Hello everyone, Gaming with Big Green, and today in King Shot we're going to take a look at Alliance Championship. Now this is something that we never really touched on before, but this is actually a very cool game mode. Now there's some little tricks. Now we've all heard put your units in one lane prior to matchmaking. That's going to confuse the matchmaking process. That's what we've all been told throughout time, and that's what we kind of still do here. And then after the matchmaking process, when it goes into the prep phase, we kind of redistribute everything. So if you're an R4 or an R5, that's going to be your job to redistribute. One thing that I always do, you can, like, if I got the middle or right lane that I'm looking to be stronger, I go down to number 1 and to no engagement, and then I check the power there versus the left lane. Now, like, the left lane is my low lane. You can see the lowest person in my left lane is high than my middle and right lane. Like, my middle and right lane is what I'm shooting to be my hitters, and I'll show you why in 1 second. But you can see my numbers. I'm at 16.9 and 16.7. So I can take someone higher from the middle and move them over to the right. Or I could take someone still from the left if I still got higher power than what's on the right or middle. Like, I'm looking at the number 1 position, and I'm at 658 in number 1. So from 658 and higher is only going to go up. So that's what I use to basically judge. Like, I'm shooting for my middle and my right to be stronger. So I'm looking at my number 1, and then I'm basically trying to just even out my power real quick. So I'm going to move a higher person over and then shoot a lower person over into the left, or into the middle, into the middle. But by doing this, I'm basically creating 2 strong lanes and 1 weak lane. Okay, you can see I'm at 16.8 in both middle and right lane, and my left lane is now at 11.8. Now, if you tap on your opponents, it will show you what they have. Now, you can see they're at 14.2 and 14.2 in the middle and in the right lane, and then in the left lane, they're at 3.1. So looking at what they got already set up on their formation, our formations here could win. Now, yes, they can go back and change that. There's still time left before the match kicks off, so you want to always keep an eye on this. But currently, if this match will run, we will win. So there's also a couple different things you could do. Seeing this as well, I can take my right lane, make my middle lane even stronger, and then kind of strengthen my left lane and just forget about my right lane. There's little tricks you can do with the information that's given to you from the other team's computer. Like, I can easily go in here and see what the other team has and make my adjustments off that. Again, we still have 10 hours before this battle even launches, so you're going to want to always keep an eye out, especially right before the battle launches. You want to make sure you can go in and see if the other team's made any adjustment. Again, right now, a lot of people don't even know it shows you what the other team is sitting with. So if you just tap on the other team, it will bring up the menu and show you what they have. Very easy way to take advantage and get some easy wins. Again, you can set this up prior however you want it, but it's going to depend on what your enemy has and what you're setting your units up based off of the enemy. So get in there, tap on your enemy, see what they're working with. And again, this, you got plenty of time to change it. See if they're even paying attention. See if they made any kind of adjustment. We got 10.5 hours before this even kicks off. So I'm going to keep going back and seeing if they are even touching it. And if they're moving stuff around, then I'm going to keep an eye on right before the battle, or basically come out with a better strategy. Like I said, either put all my hitters in one middle. But I think where we're sitting right now, we're pretty much going to win this because it looks like that's their best lineup. And even with us, we're still at more power. So we've done pretty good. We lost on Monday. We lost round 1 because I totally forgot to do the setup and adjust and check the other team. I had a really busy Monday. But I'm making this video to also show my R4s and stuff like that, how you check and how you can adjust. Basically, like I said, you basically look at the other team, see what they got, and then you go in and, like I said, look at your number one spot. That's going to be your lowest power. check to see what your highest power is in the lane you're not using. If you got high power in a lane you're not using, you only have to win 2 out of 3. So you only got shooting to win 2 lanes. So if your third lane has some high power, divvy that up between the 2 other lanes. Switch, you know what I'm saying, and switch all your low power into 1 lane. That's what the very common strategy is. That's what the other team's doing. You can see they have their 2 lanes strengthened. It's just our 2 lanes are stronger. Now, if I wanted to, again, kind of counteract that, I would strengthen my middle lane even stronger and then go to my left lane where they have little numbers and bump that up a little bit more as well. But one quick thing I want to also mention, when you activate buffs and then register for Alliance Championship, you're going to receive them buffs for the duration of Alliance Championship. So that's really good. You want to make sure you take advantage of that. If you're signing up, have your team activate buffs. That's going to really help you in Alliance Championships. That's going to give you an edge, especially if your numbers are very close to a lot of the teams you're taking on. Having that small little bump up is going to give you a huge advantage. So definitely take advantage of that. Always activate your buffs prior to doing signups or registration for Alliance Championship. Now, one other thing I want to talk about is you get a lot of really good stuff for doing Alliance Championship. One of the things you're going to get is a statue, which you get that in, I forget what game mode that is. You get them in Swordland, Alliance Championship, and Alliance Mobilization. That's what it is. So we already have the Guardians from Alliance Mobilization, and we can get the Bronze Herald, you can see right there, from Alliance Championship once you hit a certain tier. That's going to also increase your gathering and stuff like that. Really good. Always need that material, baby. So really good. And another reason to push, because you get tokens and this shop. Okay, I highly suggest buying Gilded Threads. That's the purple material. Don't buy satin, the blue material. Satin you can get free in game from hunting level 22 beast and above. Now, Artisan Vision, it says it's in Alliance Championship shop. It will be at 170 days. So that's almost 4 or 5 months of playing. If you're not sure how long you've been playing, if you logged in consecutively, you can come in here to your VIP. It will tell you up at the top, I'm 41 days in game. So I gotta wait almost 130 more days. So it's a very long time you have to wait. So meanwhile, while you're waiting for Artisan Vision, because that is the #1 material in this game, you're gonna want to acquire Gilded Threads. Try very hard not to buy satin. Satin you can get in game for free. So you really want to try to grab the Gilded Thread and push your Governor gear as much as possible. So we're going to have some other things coming up in Kingdom 135 as well. I believe I switched the wrong account. I did. So we're going to switch to 135 and just talk about some things real quick. And I want to be honest, I'm kind of having a hard time being on the team that I am. They're a very good team. I love the people here, but they're very high powered, and the competition's very high powered. And you know what I'm saying? I don't spend like I used to, so I'm getting overlapped by spenders, and I'm just not fitting in. And I'm having a hard time finding an open team that I want to be on with, that speaks English, that's good lingo, that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just having a hard time finding a spot after the merger, and it didn't work out with the one team I was on, which a lot of my friends are still behind, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we got a lot of really good stuff coming up, Generation 4, all this really good stuff. We're gonna cover that, but I'm probably gonna also, if I can't find a good alliance to fit in back into with Kingdom 135 over here, I'm probably going to look to transfer out. So if anyone has a good team or wants the Hawk to come with them, or Big Green, so I mean, this account I'm called the Hawk, but if you guys want Big Green, you know, reach out to me in the comments. Maybe we'll talk further on Discord. But if I can't find a good alliance to actually fit in and feel good with, then I'm probably going to end up leaving Kingdom 135. So we'll just, you know what I'm saying, we're a community channel. We put this out there. Everything that goes on with us, we tell you guys. So again, we got Generation 4 characters coming, as you guys seen from the clip and the short and what we just showed you in here. We got Generation 4 coming. We got Tri-Alliance Clash coming back. And that's kind of one of the things that's making me feel like this, because I feel like if I go to Tri-Alliance Clash, I'm not going to be able to participate because the people are so much stronger. Or even if I do, the competition is just going to hammer me. So again, right now, I'm not really feeling where I'm at. So it's up to me to try to do something to make my experience a little bit better in the game. And if I can't find it in Kingdom 135, we're open to possibly transfer out to another kingdom. So go ahead and reach out to me if that's a possibility. Again, I'm still going to try to rock with my kingdom. I would like to stay in Kingdom 135, but that's all dependent on if I'm happy here. And right now, I'm really not too happy in Kingdom 135. So, unfortunately, you know, it is what it is. I should never merge my team. I wish we would have stuck with it, but unfortunately, I couldn't get enough people to participate, and we were on a downhill spiral. You know, it's just what happens in this point of the game, but it is what it is. This, like everything, our worlds and time and everything just continues to roll on. But we have Tri-Alliance Clash coming up, Generation 4 coming up. Make sure you guys subscribe, keep coming back, give this video a thumbs up. It helps the Kingshot community, and hopefully you learned something with the Alliance Championship, and you can help this with other members. We're going to go ahead and put out a lot more videos coming up, so make sure you all stay tuned. I want to thank everyone for watching. Kingshot community, you know I love you. Keep coming back, guys. I appreciate y'all. Thank you all for the support. You all are great out there, amazing people. I love you guys. See you around.